Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new day of All Creator Live, and I am back playing more No Man's Sky. Obviously, you can see it right there. Alright, so for the past 2-3 weeks I've been talking about why can't I make a new save data, blah blah blah. I figured out what it was. I mean, didn't take much. I just had to look it up online, but so apparently, No Man's Sky only allows you to make 15 save slots on a single game file. Now, I've been hearing that there are ways to get around that on the PlayStation 5, console version. On the PC, apparently on the PC it's super easy because you could just go into your C file or whatever you have your game saved to and create a new save folder, and then you have 15 more free slots. Super easy. But on console it's way more complicated. I am not technically efficient enough to figure out how to do that, and I just don't have the time to dedicate my brain power to figuring out how to do that on console. So instead, I'm just going to go back to these old save files and use those. You can load up an old save file, play it, like a normal file, and begin an expedition that way. And I don't know when the next expedition's going to be, but wherever it is, I do have this save file. It's my very first save file, which got massively nerfed when No Man's Sky Next came out, when it was made available for Xbox, and it created a whole bunch of really cool things and things like that, but on the downside it got rid of so much, and so many elements were missing from the game. They removed so many things that it just broke my game. I will demonstrate for you by going into the game. But let's just say when I played No Man's Sky Next, I was super excited. I popped in the game. That was back when I had a physical version. I loaded it up for the stream, and I was like, all right, No Man's Sky Next, this is going to be awesome. And I was very disappointed. So much of my stuff was broken. My base, gone. Like, not even there. I didn't know where it was, which didn't bother me too much. But when I left the planet that I was on and I went searching for it, because they didn't have base computers back then, they just allowed you to plop down. I don't know how bases worked back then. I can't remember. I think they did have base computers. I don't know. You know why? Because when I loaded up my save file, I was on a different planet. I wasn't near my base. And here, let me go into discoveries and show you. I have a base here, but this was a temporary base that I made on this planet, because the planet that I spawned on, this planet, which I feel like it was the first planet that I built a base on, became a hostile. Well, it isn't one now. It's a dissonance planet now because of all of the updates. But it became a hostile planet where the Sentinels will try and kill you as soon as they see you. And that scared the fuck out of me. That's why I named the planet No Humans Allowed, because that was the first time that it ever happened to me in No Man's Sky. Because up until that point, they didn't have anything like that. They didn't have planets like that where the Sentinels will try and kill you as soon as they see you. So it scared the fuck out of me. And it was made even worse because I couldn't hide in my ship the way you can now. There was a glitch to where when you would go into your ship, because back then you didn't get into your ship the way that you do now, like that. Back then, your character kind of basically jumped in their ship, and the latch on your ship opened up, the visor, the glass, this here, the lid, whatever you want to call it, to your ship would open up, so your character animation would look like it's getting into the ship, and when the animation to close would play, it would be on a loop to where it would constantly be closing, doing the closing animation, which left you totally vulnerable, and the Sentinels were just shooting at me, and I was like, holy fuck, this sucks. I had to get out of there. I flew to another spot of the planet, on the planet, and I made a base somewhere else just so I could have somewhere safe to figure out what the hell was going on. I tried to look through my storage, and the storage just decimated. No more nothing in there. The only thing that was in the storage was junk. All of the old elements became junk, and it was very disappointing to someone that had been playing the game since launch. It felt like I had been betrayed. Everything that I'd worked so hard for that, as you could see, 96 or 95 hour playthrough was completely destroyed, and my base was gone. And as you can see, it's the only one present on this list. I can't find it. If it exists out there, there's no way for me to find it, because either it was deleted completely from when they did the update, or it's just not, it's just not available. I looked everywhere, and none of these have any symbols showcasing which one has my base. It was just so sad because I put so many hours into that base, and as you can see from the bottom there, this mission here, the Settlers mission, all these things aren't done, which is freaking weird because I had them all done. It's like it completely did a reset on the base building missions that you had to do, so I have to do all those over again. I think it was this one right here, the base computer archives one. I have to do that all over again, and that's tied to the whole base building aspect. And it was just so upsetting that I completely created a brand new save data, because at that point, why not? The save data that I was playing on, all the planets that were around me were kind of shitty planets, and the one that I did call home for the longest time ended up turning into a dangerous planet to live on. So yeah, I do have a base on this planet, but I named it All Creator Shack. It's literally a shack. It's just 4 walls and a roof, and that's it. and I plopped down one storage container next to it so I could try and see what was going on with my storage situation, and then no, it's all gone. I was like, why? Another case in point is I don't know if I have them anymore in my exosuit. No, I don't have them anymore. I guess during one of the updates they got rid of them, but I used to have, like, I want to say several hundreds of these life support gels. Well, not life support gels, they were called something different back then. And what the fuck is I don't know. I guess a freighter pulled in or something because there were like explosions going on. But yeah, they were no longer usable. To anyone who's played No Man's Sky, you know that was a thing that happened when No Man's Sky Next happened. A, a lot of all of the life support gels were no longer functioning, so you had to make new ones. And in order to make them, then at the time of the next update, you needed a new material. You needed some new types of material that I didn't have, and I didn't have a blueprint for. It was just a mess. It created so much work for me to have to do to try and rebuild this save data that I figured I might as well replay the entire game, and that's when I created the save data that I have now. So this save data became obsolete, and it's no better than starting from scratch. Ooh, look at that ship over there. It's pretty good. But I think the thing that upset me the most is this ship. Right here, I call it the Swordfish. It didn't look like this before. It's become a generic ship. This was the ship that people who pre-ordered the game for the PlayStation 4, this is supposed to be the ship that you got back then for pre-ordering the game. But now it's become just a generic, you could find anywhere type of ship that anyone can get. When every other game console that made a home for it, for No Man's Sky on their console, they all got brand new ships that are exclusive to the consoles. For instance, the Nintendo Switch version of No Man's Sky has an exclusive ship that you can get that looks it's honestly ass, to be honest. It looks like crap, but it's just like a two-colored disc-shaped ship that's supposed to resemble the controller for the Nintendo Switch, and that means that the people who played the PS4 version just got this generic ass ship that you can find literally anywhere. Class C, very basic. It even changed the weaponry that the gun had. I had missiles on this thing. I know that for a fact. And I know for a fact that this is the ship that was supposed to be the pre-order ship, because I only had 2 ships. You didn't really have access to that many ship slots. Okay, well now I don't. Yeah, I can't even select any other forms of ships, because I guess maybe I scrapped the first ship. I mean, it was kind of basic. I can't remember exactly what I did with it, but I guess I scrapped it. So yeah, I only had 2 ships. I only had this one and the starter ship, because I loved this ship so much. It was my first great ship that I loved, and I had put so much work into, but now it's just been reduced to this piece of crap, and it made me sad. I don't think that happened during the next update, but it happened at some point, because the ship used to look more like that one over there, except with different wings. It used to look a bit like this one, you know, but the wings were different. That one right there too. But yeah, it made me sad. I was like, no, it's not the ship that it used to be. So yeah, it looks nothing like the original ship. I named it Swordfish after the ship that Spike has in Cowboy Bebop, because I'm a huge fan of Cowboy Bebop. And you know, I really love the ship because it looked very similar to it. And I was like, yeah, awesome, I'll name it Swordfish. And, you know, I don't remember what the original name of the ship was, but yeah, and you don't have access to it anymore. Because in the options section, they used to have a thing where you could claim, what is it? Claim DLC option. No longer here. Not here anymore. Not in network, not in anything. So yeah, a little sad. This save data just went to shit. I'm guessing that I got the appropriate amount of money. They didn't have Quicksilver back then, so obviously I don't have any Quicksilver. But yeah, I was so upset that I started a brand new game. So I feel like this save data now will get some use. So when the next expedition happens, I'll jump into this save data and start up an expedition that way, because it'll be experimental. It'll be the first time I'm doing it. And if it completely erases this old save data, then I'm 100% okay with it, because as far as I'm concerned, if it completely erases this old character, I mean, I'll still have the save data and it'll still be at like 96 hours or whatever. But if it completely destroys the previous character, doesn't bother me at all. The ship sucks, the character sucks, my equipment that I have sucks, everything sucks. If it comes down to basically restarting this save data, I'm okay with that. But I've never done an expedition with current save data, so who knows what'll happen. We'll just have to wait until they make the next expedition, which I think they are in the works of doing right now, because either the Relics expedition is over now or it will be over soon. I don't know. I'll check. I'll look and I'll go into the space anomaly when I get in here. Yeah, but yeah, to anyone that's wondering, you know, there's that save data you have all the way down there that has like 96 hours. I've never seen him play that. That's why. It's not worth playing anymore. But I'll find use for it. That's why I've kept it, because I felt like I could always have some kind of use for it. If anything, it's a good conversation piece. I can be like, yeah, this is what happened. This is why I got so mad at No Man's Sky way back when. That live stream is no longer available because I was so pissed off and complaining throughout the entire stream. I was like, yeah, there's no point in archiving this video. It's just me getting pissed off. Whoa, what the fuck? I hope I didn't give someone a heart attack just then. Someone's standing right there, ship coming right at them. I know I'd freak out. I'd be like, what the fuck? Dude, learn to drive. Okay. So one way that you could check the expeditions now, if you already have save data, is by going here to the terminal. It will tell you if there is an expedition and how much time there is left on it. But obviously, the Relics expedition is complete, so there is no expedition available. This is also the computer that you go to when you want to go on a new expedition with current save data. And that's where I'm going to go when I'm ready. Look at these guys just hanging out. The reason why you will typically see people just hanging around this cube is because there's always a Quicksilver event that nobody wants to do. Specialized combustion. See, this is going to be here until someone shows up and takes it. And typically it's something that people don't want to do. I don't know why. Specialized combustion. Collect 774 active copper. I guess that can be annoying and not exciting at all, but I'll take it. But yeah, once that happens, all these people look like they are just still standing here, but they're all affixed their cameras to that cube. So anytime that they notice that someone might have taken it, they'll open up the menu and they'll be like, oh, I gotta grab the next thing, if it's, you know, something they want to grab. But yeah, I like doing things like that. Going in here to see what the cube has available that's quest related. It especially makes me happy because I feel like I'm helping people out. Because if nobody wants to take that mission, then people are just going to stand around and do nothing, and that's not a fun way to play the game. Oh boy. Purple star system? No. The Tyrrhic system. Oh, one of the systems already discovered. That's what it typically does. It'll send you to a system you've already been to in order to complete whatever mission you have. Look at that planet. That looks like a nice planet. But yeah, don't worry. You will be sent back to your original system. And if not, you can always jump with a portal. I mean, unless you've made... Oh, there we go. Activated copper. They typically... It acts... The way that the Quicksilver missions work are very similar to the expeditions, where they will mark everything up until... Whoa, what the... Oh, there's storms here. Okay, cool. I didn't realize you could see them from space. Oh, what the just a tiny little plot of land is where I'm supposed to collect this. It's such an interesting spot to put it. Oh no, it's this. Well, still kind of interesting. Like a tiny island with a ruin on it. That's neat. So what I'm supposed to... Ancient knowledge passed down through generations of Akin warriors spills from the marker stone, filtering into my mind like a long forgotten memory. How is it... Oh, you know why it's easier for me to read No Man's Sky text than it is to read a lot of the other RPGs that I am dealing with? It's because they are... It's easier, it's more visible to see the No Man's Sky text. That box there, way easier to read the text. To anyone that wonders why when I'm playing East or I'm playing Visions of Mana where I'm messing up what it is I'm reading, it's not just because I have dyslexia and I tend to automatically assume what it is that I'm reading is what I'm reading. But it's sometimes I have to squint and be like, what's that word? You know, think that in my head. I don't say it on the microphone. I mean, sometimes I do, but yeah, sometimes it's really hard to read. And I guess that's also because I'm sitting on the complete opposite side of my room, so the text is kind of small. Oh, gravitational anomaly, no big deal. As long as I don't jump, I'll be fine. Non-hamper the path towards the whatever that says. As the sentinels, they must be destroyed. Their time will be ended. Yeah, Viking usually want that to happen. So has it been written, so it shall come to pass. This is the Viking swear. Seek help with language, seek help with past. Alright, well that's not... that what they wanted me to do, or do they want me to... Oh, here we go. Locate large activated copper deposit with analysis visor. Okay, that's what I thought they'd want me to use. Why'd they plop me down here if... Am I using the right... No, that's the right one. This is the target sweep mode. That's the one that it should... Do I have it... I do. But it's not showing me. How dare you say that? You know what? I think they just want me to do it without... There we go. There goes some. They want me to do it without... Fuck. Oh. I thought this was water. Oh, it is water. Is it? Oh, yeah, it is. Like, I thought this was water. I like how there's a storm. It's not that kind of a storm. As you can see, I'm flying higher than usual. I don't really worry too much. Oh, cool. Look at them fish. Oh, I've already scanned them. Oh. Well, this is a planet I've been to already, so... I don't remember scanning those fish, but I guess I did. It's underwater? Fuck, man. Okay, try to collect as much of it as I can. I've never done this underwater before. It's a little weird, especially during a storm. I'm moving too much. It's hard to keep track. I should be okay because of the storm. It's keeping my oxygen tank fueled. Unless I have my... Nope, yeah, I did have my shield going. I just didn't have that much left in it. I thought it was empty. Apparently not. Alright, now I'm losing oxygen, but it's alright. I'm not that far from... Gotta get as much as this as possible, so... I am... on the lowest, on the smallest setting, which should earn me... With how big this is, I might have to find another one though. I'm looking at about 500 units worth of activated copper here. I might have to go find another nugget to get the remaining 200. Oh fuck. Well, yeah, as you can see, my my oxygen tanks aren't depleting very fast like how they do in my expedition saves that I do. And that's because this is my main save. My main save is way more powerful. What? One right after another. That's crazy. I mean, if it was any other kind of storm, I'd be like, that's ridiculous. But it's just a gravity storm. It's no big deal. It also helps that I'm standing still. But yeah, my oxygen tanks on this main save are pretty buff. So... But yeah, I can see why people don't want to do this for Quicksilver. It is boring as fuck. But I don't mind. I've got music. This is a chill game if you don't like the chill experience. I get it, though. I get it. There are more interesting things you can be doing in No Man's Sky. More exciting stuff. Exploring abandoned freighters. I wonder if it's going to let me keep the activated copper. That'd be cool. Oh yeah, well I just heard this commercial. I want to talk about that. It's stupid. This is the dumbest fucking thing. So McDonald's has this new chicken strip that it's just 3 chicken nuggets plopped together. Oh, like that's cheating. That's not a chicken strip. It is literally 3 chicken nuggets put together, and you get 4 of them. So that's like 3, 6, 9, 12. That's like a 12-piece chicken nugget. It's kind of a good deal if you think about it in that sense, but at the same time, they're not as thick or as juicy as any other kind of chicken strip from anywhere else. Oh, okay. Because I touched the... Because the wave came down and I touched the air, so my air's been repleted. Or... Wait, how much do I need still? Oh, see, I was right. It was close to 500. So yeah, I need to find one more. I'm looking for the closest one. No, that's Peripheum. Activated copper. Shit, no, that's pretty far. Oh, that one's closer. That one's... Oh, that one's the one I just was at. What the fuck? I know for a fact I got every bit of it. Oh, cool. Fish I haven't scanned. I might have to go somewhere else, because... Ugh. Alright, well, I'll go after the one that's farthest away. I mean, I don't want to, but... But yeah, that chicken strip, I looked at it, I saw it, I was like, that's... that's not a chicken strip. Technically, they can call it that because it's chicken and it's in the shape of a strip. That's what they're... That's just what... People are getting away with shit like that all over the place. It's not just McDonald's, so I shouldn't say anything. People are... Have you seen the... I'm talking to those in the archive right now. If you have seen this, leave me a comment down below. But have you seen these ads that are supposed to be for this AI puppy dog? That's supposed to be a real life puppy dog, but it's literally just a video or an AI generated video of a cute little puppy, and they're like, oh, you could buy it now, and when you buy it, it's literally just a little squeaky puppy toy, and they're charging ridiculous amounts of money for it. It's such shit. And YouTube, all the places where it's advertised, they're not doing anything to stop it. And legally, I feel like we should be able to sue YouTube or Twitter for things like that, because that's false advertisement. And if they're not doing anything to stop it, they deserve to be sued. Yo, I'm too high for this guy. It's good to see you. Also, what the hell? You come in here and you're talking about a joke. I don't know what kind of joke. It doesn't sound like a good one. But, go ahead. I don't know. Oh, that kind of a joke. Okay.
What is the whitest?
Oh, that is... Okay, well, you're banned. I'm sorry, dude. That's racism. Yeah. Sorry, I'm too high for this guy. That is 100% racist. That is not welcomed here. That is not the correct energy. I'm sorry, dude. You're banned. No joking about shit like that. And if you're the type of person to make that joke, I don't want to be friends with you. really doesn't matter to me anymore, man. If you say something like that, we're not friends. Sorry. You know what? Sorry, not sorry. Shit like that's not funny. It's not gonna be tolerated. Yeah, and I don't even feel bad either. I lose a subscriber, doesn't matter. We don't need subscribers like that. Not in our community. Oh, right. I wanted to recharge.
Technology recharge.
But yeah, and if you are the type of person that finds jokes like that funny, you may as well subscribe or unsubscribe right now. If you are subscribed, you may as well unsubscribe right now because that is shit humor. Absolutely the worst. It's not even funny. That's the thing too. There's nothing funny about it. I've heard jokes like that before, and gonna be honest, it is just the most boring fucking thing. Like, not even stand-up comedians make jokes like that because of how fucking boring they are. It isn't just low-hanging fruit. It's like abyss level fruit. It is nowhere it is nowhere near the surface type of fruit. It's like the type of shit that grade schoolers would laugh at. Like 5-year-olds, 10-year-olds would probably find that funny because their parents are assholes. Alright, there's gotta be more here for some reason. Yep, there it goes. I had a feeling. Because it was showing that it was still there. Alright, there we go. Got it. I think there's a little more there. Alright, that should be enough. Fuck. Just a little bit more. Dang it. Alright, let's look for some more. I don't know if that's the one that I came from or not. Man. They're both the same distance away. Yo, Bryce!
Bryce Campbell said,
Alright, well, a long-time subscriber who's been subscribed for a couple of months came in here and immediately was telling a racist joke. And I was like, yeah, no, bye. I had to ban him. I mean, like, he didn't get to the punchline, but it was legitimately the most obvious racist joke that you could tell. So, had to ban him. When he said it was going to be a dark joke, I was like, oh, okay, I get dark humor. I understand that. I guess that'll be okay. But then immediately jumped to race, and I was like, no, bye. God. Bryce, you ever get anybody like that in your streams? I fucking hate people like that. But, I mean, no, I'm too high for this guy. Wasn't typically like that. I mean, he was okay, like, funny and stuff like that, but he never said anything like that before. I don't know what is going through his head now, but it definitely ain't anything good. It only took a couple of months. But like I said, if I lose a subscriber, it ain't no thing, because we don't need subscribers like that to this channel. That is not cool. That is not appropriate behavior anywhere in society. Alright, we don't need that much activated copper now. But yeah, Bryce, how are you doing? Sorry, I told you how my day's going. I didn't ask you how your day's going yet. So I think we need like about 125. Just get about that much and then we can go. This is a pretty big one though. This one looks like it's about 600, 700. This one looks like it could have done it back when I first started.
I don't think so right now. I mostly get people on Twitch these days that claim they can't.
Alright, that should be enough. Yep, there we go. Really? That is... Huh. I mean, you use speech chat, right? It's weird that you wouldn't be able to hear them. But yeah, regardless, demanding people like that are jerks too. I can't believe some people that want to go into chat and be like that. And be like, I'm subscribed to you, so you have to do what I say.
My day is going all right. I tried streaming the new
Oh, it's that kind of game, huh? Yeah, I've played games like that before. You know, you've seen them. Is that where my ship is? Or... Because if it is... Yeah, I think it is. Oh no, my ship's over that way. There it is. Oh, I'm pretty far from it. Gotta cross an ocean. Kill this plant. It's literally not worth getting that oxygen bulb. Not only that, but ooh, these ones though. Those ones are worth it. 100 oxygen? Damn straight. I'm just happy that they didn't do that when they came into the, they came in this stream yesterday. You know? They stopped in and said hello, and that was fine. I'm not happy about that. Glad they didn't just immediately start telling racist jokes with my sister here. That would have been very inappropriate. That is also another reason why I'm glad that I've...
I can them, but they claim they can't hear me, and I'm like, I'm in the middle of playing game, but I hear you via TDS. However, other viewers can hear me just fine.
Right. And you don't want to give in to people like that, because then they're, you know, just gonna demand other things too. Yeah, I feel like people just want to be jerks, you know? But, oh yeah, my sister was here. That would have been really awkward for me to explain, because a minute before he said hello, I was like, oh, hey, I'm Too High for the Sky is here, April. He's a good old friend of mine. He's, pretty new to the stream. You know, I said stuff like that. I was like, he's pretty new to the stream, but they're an okay guy. And then if he would have jumped in and said something like that, that would have been awkward for me to explain to April. All right, well, apparently he's not a good guy. I always try to think the best of people when I first meet them, you know? I don't want to assume that they're jerks. I feel that you should try to make friends as best as you can, but when they start crossing the line into territory as in thinking they're funny for telling a racist joke, that is definitely a line crossed. Alright, so do they want me to go back to Locate the secure depot. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Sometimes they want you to go straight back to the anomaly. Sometimes they want you to deliver the stuff. Darn. Well, that means I'm not going to get to keep it. But, oh well. If I need it, I'll get it. This is my save data. So, I have plenty of resources. Alright. Oh. Here we go. Oh, God. Part of it's in a mountain. But yeah, today in No Man's Sky, I'm doing Quicksilver missions. Sometimes they're boring, sometimes they're fun. Delivery lockbox prepared. Accessing. This must be Polo's secure lockbox. I should deposit the item and register my delivery. Just pushing me? Thank you. Oh, and he apologized. That's good. Thank you. I like that. I've never seen that before. He pushed me and he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And he was a Vakeen too, so that is a nice guy. Delivery processing. Success. There we go. And that should do it, I think. Whoops. Yep, now we just go back to the Nexus and accept our reward. I keep calling it the space anomaly, because that's what they were calling it in the beginning. But I keep forgetting its actual name is the Nexus. I'm gonna warp back to Chicken Wings. And access the Nexus that way.
Bryce Campbell said, and as for the game, I did have fun with it, but it felt like the devs needlessly complicated something.
Ah, yeah, I get that energy as well. You want to like something, but it's... Shoo. Well, me myself, I will tend to continue playing something even if it starts to annoy the hell out of me. For example, Sonic Frontiers. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to call the Nexus here. It's weird, when did they make that change? You used to be able to teleport wherever you wanted to during a Quicksilver mission. Oh well. Gotta get away from the space station. But yeah, to those watching in the archives, if you can't tell, it's been a while since I've done Quicksilver missions. Oh! Tier 2 is complete. Cool. It would have been nice if I was the one to do it, but oh well. Alright. It's a complete mission. Get our 400 Quicksilver. Yay. Also got a Warp Hypercore. I'll put that in my freighter, because my freighter could use some love. Alright, what do I got now? Tame wild creatures. Sure. It's not examine their own definition of life, wishes to study physical and biological forms. Okay, so yeah, they don't want me to make them my pet. They just want me to feed them and get them to like me. Earlier on, I said that a lot of times people wait around the cube for a mission they want to do. But sometimes people wait around the cube because they're waiting for their friends, because you can do these missions in a party with other people, and some of them are geared towards that. You know, like there are some where you'll have to capture sentinel bases and things like that. They aren't worth any more or any less than any other Quicksilver mission, but you know, for those people that want to do them with friends, you have the option. Also, this is a pretty cool planet. I think I've seen a planet like this before. The ones that are exploding with light seem kind of familiar. Have I been to this planet before? It's a chromatic planet. I've been to one of these, but not with floating, exploding light pillars like this. It's kind of weird. Let's see. I did discover this planet. I did so 4 months ago. Must have been in December when I was relaxing. You know what? It could have been while I was doing a regular mission, because sometimes they take you to planets you've been to before. So what am I doing? I forget. I've already forgotten. Creature pellets, right. We've got to tame creatures. Wait a minute. Okay, I was about to say, this is an anomaly planet. There aren't too many creatures on these planets. So apparently I've got these weird eyeball looking things, so I've got to tame eyeballs. Do I even have any creature pellets? I should. I think that's one of the things that what the fuck are these things? I was expecting cute animals, not horrific monstrosities. I do. I have 41. I'm gonna need more though. Make some more. There. That's enough. Hi. You hungry? Whatever you are? Okay, you're welcome, I guess. Can I get something from them? This might be worth checking out. Hold on. Scoop edible clusters. Okay. Cool. Thank you. I need more of your friends. Do you? Okay, there goes some. These freaky eyeball things. What the hell? They're eyeballs. I thought that it was just a wavy pattern, but they have pupils, like, near the very center of the design. It looks like pupils. It's crazy. These are a little trippy too. I wonder what their actual color is, because when you land on a chromatic planet, as you could tell, literally everything just becomes chroma colored. Even your player and your ship. So these have a different color to them. And it's probably pretty trippy. I mean, the other thing with what happened with Sky a minute ago, even if they were high or drunk or whatever, it's still not tolerated. I don't care how drunk or high they are. It's not acceptable. And if it's been done once, they're going to do it again. So there ain't no way I'm tolerating it. It can get my channel in a lot of trouble. It could get the video flagged and removed. So I'm glad I didn't let him finish his joke. I mean, with how loud Java is with the text-to-speech, it can't really be picked up, you know? The algorithm wouldn't be loud enough for it to pick up. And I do have the filter set to filter out any really racist terms, so if it was to be any kind of a term like that, the algorithm would immediately flag the video. So that's why I have those such words filtered. And over on Twitch in general, because I have the shield up, it'll filter those words out by default. Come on, stop running. Freaky. I want to call them eyeballs because they look like eyeballs, but they're obviously not supposed to be eyeballs. I don't know what they're supposed to be. Hypno orbs, I guess. I don't know. I'll call them hypno orbs. You know what? I discovered them, so I can name them. Let's name them. Oh, let's first get the nanites. Yeah. Okay, what am I... Alright, hypno orb. A little sad because I know you don't play No Man's Sky, Bryce, but it was nice having a fellow No Man's Sky player in here. Since 4K don't show up no more, it does get kind of lonely. Okay, I can't feed them until this cutscene, this little scene is done. There we go. There's still Jonathan Mathers. He's still a good guy. He's only been here like a couple months, true, but I mean, with the extent of time that I've talked with him, he doesn't seem like he's going to pop in and tell a racist joke for no reason. And even if Sky's account was hacked, it's probably best that I ban him, because if his account was hacked, he's probably just going to have to make a new one anyway. So Sky, if you are watching out there in the archives, and your account was hacked and you want to make, like, and you do make another one, then feel free to, you know, feel free to come back. Oh, this is a baby one. Aw, little baby hypno orb. But yeah, it would be weird if his account was hacked right after popping in yesterday like he did. So I'm not saying it doesn't happen. It does happen. It happened to Roy. It happened to Duke. It could happen to anybody. And I'm willing to forgive if that's the case. It's just, you know, can't have stuff like that. But yeah, Bryce, whatever game it is that you're playing that you're upset with, just remember that sometimes it's really not worth it to play a game if it is upsetting you. I used to play a game, what was it called? Outlast, that's what it was called. And it annoyed the hell out of me to where I just had to stop playing it. It was one of those freaking horror games. That wasn't the problem. The problem that I was having with it is that I'm not all that good when it comes to stealth games in general, but I guess I just was not getting the hide in the locker thing because I kept getting got by whatever it was. I can't remember, but it's a game that you can play in survival mode, meaning you get got once and that's it. And I kept trying to play it in that mode, and it just kept coming down to that moment, and I kept fucking up. So I was like, it's not worth it. I don't even like the game that much. I knew it was popular, and I wanted to be scared. It was Halloween. It's just the way the game was developed didn't sit right with me. I didn't like the whole stealth aspect and the way that it didn't seem to be working for me, at least. I don't know. But yeah, it's noble to try, though. I will say that. So if you are willing to give it a try, then kudos, you know? I almost gave up on Sonic Frontiers. I did not want to finish it. It would have been the first time I'd gotten to the very end of a Sonic game and had just given up on it. But I stuck with it, and because they did that update from the backlash, it was more manageable and I was able to get it done. Yet it was still a headache. Even that final boss was a headache. I was hearing people saying that the final boss was a headache, and I was like, I wouldn't know. I hadn't gotten to it. I wasn't able to get to it. But yeah, I can see why those people said that now. But at least it was doable. You know? I get that the trials that I was trying to beat were doable. I just didn't like that you had to master a new ability in order to do it. And it didn't feel like the developers were really catering to their audience as a whole. And if it came down to that, I was not willing to play it on the grounds that if that's just how Sonic's going to be now, then I don't want to play it, you know? I get that there's a huge audience of speedrunners. I do. It's just not everyone's a speedrunner. Right, exactly. And if it comes down to difficulty, I realize that it's probably not that issue with the way you're describing it, but I'm just saying in general, when it comes to any games, if it comes down to how difficult the game is, don't be afraid to lower the game difficulty. I know there are a lot of players out there that are like, I don't want to look like a wuss and lower the game difficulty. Sometimes it's just necessary to enjoy the game, because sometimes developers are just masochists that think other people will like their game if it's that type of game. In fact, I feel like I wouldn't have gotten as far in East as I have, East 10, if I had kept it at a normal level, because it just throws you right into an impossible fight that you had to beat. And I was like, what? It felt so overwhelming. I beat it, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I beat it, but at that point I realized I better lower the difficulty, or this game's going to get to a point where I'm not going to want to play it. And after that, I had a lot more fun with the game. It was still challenging, but at the same rate, it wasn't to the point where I was about to throw my controller. Alright. Have I gotten 41 done yet? Oh god. I'm barely over halfway done. Shit. No wonder nobody wanted this one. It's boring. But at least I got you to talk to, Bryce. Thanks for being here. I wish I could ride it. It would look weird to ride this thing. Be like Aang from Avatar riding on his... I don't know Avatar that well. The Last Airbender. I don't really know that series that well. I don't know what his air orb is called. Look at them run. They're so afraid of me. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be scary. I'm just giving people food. It's the little ones that run the fastest because they're kids. They're the little kids. They're most afraid. They're like, I don't know what this thing is. The adults are too slow. They're like, no, get away. I'm an old man. Just let me die in peace. And then they give them food and they're like, oh, okay. I'm old. I like food.
Bryce Campbell.
See, and then this one sees me giving food and they're like, oh, okay. And doesn't want to move. I think he'd be jealous. He'd be like, I'd want that. Cloud, teach me to ride the orb now. Or I'll fuck with your brain some more. But Sephiroth is a multi-dimensional being at this point. So I'm sure in one of the dimensions he's figured out how to ride hypno orbs. He gets all the edible scoops he wants. I'm just happy there are enough of these guys. I mean, they're kind of spaced far apart, but at least they're not as rare as some others on anomaly planets like this, you know? Sometimes they're so hard to find that it's, you know, kind of doing something like this would be way too difficult. Like that bubble planet that I visited the one time that I made the short about with the bubbles. With the bubble creature that was constantly bleeding. That was literally the only one that I really saw while I was on that planet. And if this was that kind of planet where you could barely see one of these creatures after wandering for several minutes, I don't know if I'd want to do this anymore. I think I'd abandon this mission. I'd be like, no, this is gonna take way too long. Alright, where am I at now? 36, getting close. Less than 10. Just some of them, I hate how fast they are. They're hard to track down. Because I run out of stamina. And this is my main save. I'm as fast as I can be. I just don't want to do that to get to them, because you could end up punching them, and that's not nice. You know? Also, as you can see, it makes them run faster. They freak out even more. You gotta be a little slow when you're trying to approach creatures in this game. Because they'll hoof it if they see how fast you're going. This one just didn't see me, so it didn't have time to run. I don't know how these things see either. Is that tiny spot their eye? It might be. Three more. Oh, but yeah, Bryce, how has Genshin Impact been going for you? Is it a new update? That's not the game you're talking about, is it? I hope it's not. I hope they didn't add something that's impossible. I'd be so upset. I know I said I didn't want spoilers, but if that's the case, I don't really consider it a spoiler. I just consider it a warning. As long as it's not something story related, I don't consider it spoilers. Alright, one more. I know I saw one. There it is. Hey, hold still. There we go. Collect these last edible scoops. I gotta get something in exchange for the food I'm giving them, because I think I'm close to being all out now, yeah. Replenish. And the edible scoops are here. Oh wow, they give you a lot. I thought they were only giving me one for each, but no, they were giving me like a couple. Quite a bit. 3. That one gave me 3. Alright, back to my ship. I've been wandering a while, so that could take some time. There it is. It's not giving me an estimated time. It should be like a couple minutes.
Bryce Campbell said, "The game I was talking about was Atelier Yumiya Genshin, however is fine. I got the new girl not long after the patch released, so now I need to build her."
Oh, the way text-to-speech read that off, I didn't know what game you were talking about. Atelier Yume. Ah, I did hear that that was coming out. I like to think I enjoy the Atelier series. I have 2 of the games. I do know that I do notice every time that they put another one out. I don't know. I feel like I didn't even finish the 2 games that I have. I have Atelier Totori and Atelier Rorona. They just felt so boring, you know? They have great music, though. I have both of the soundtracks for those games because I bought the deluxe editions. But they're just so, I don't know, they're just boring. I don't know if that's continued throughout the series, but it definitely has kept me from buying. What is this? Anomalous scaffold. Huh, cool. But it has kept me from buying any others. Alright, space anomaly. See, that's the weirdest thing about this, is sometimes they call it the space anomaly, sometimes they call it the nexus. It's weird. Because right there, when I finished that Quicksilver mission, it said return to the space anomaly. It didn't say Nexus. Could have just summoned it, but that felt like it would have been lazy, you know. Whoa! Whoa! Check out that living ship! I have never seen a living ship with these colors before. That is cool. You can't get a paint job on your living ship now, can you? That is cool. I love that. I wish mine had those colors.
Trilogy and the remake of the first game before I got to Yumiya. I enjoyed all of them until now.
Really? Oh. Well, I can see how they're enjoyable. Don't get me wrong. I love a chill experience. Don't get me wrong. It definitely has a very chill atmosphere. It's that type of game. It's just I don't expect that out of an RPG. An RPG, I typically want a lot of action. What the hell? I'm looking at the side thing there. Somebody's giving away a lot of shit. Holy crap. I mean, I don't want any of it, to be honest. I have enough. I don't want 9,999 deoxia. I'm like, no. Don't fill up my inventory with all that crap. Just try and stay away from everyone, because I don't know who it is that's doing that. Complete mission. Cool, I got 2 more Quicksilver missions that I can go on. If you're wondering how many you have left, it's right over here. You get 1 by default every day, but there will be 3 coins that you can save up to. I think you get 1 every day if you don't complete any. So if you want to, you can have 3 in reserve and 1. So if you wait until the weekend, you could do 4 of them.
Bryce Campbell said,
Right.
Atelier can get boring, especially early ones, as they're made as games you can play when you feel like it, so short sessions are better.
Collect 15 larval core. Wow. So they want me to beat up. Well, this one's pretty exciting. I'll do this. I ain't afraid of no mamas. There we go. Oh, what? Where's my ship again? There it is. It was behind that one. I was like, I know I parked over here. I see someone just said, how did you get that? They were probably talking about that living ship, the one with the unique color scheme. It was neat. I've never seen one that color before. Alright, so... infestation detected. There we go. I was about to say, so am I supposed to find my own infested planet? Okay, but yeah. Larval cores. I'm pretty sure... they are They are the things that are surrounded by the giant worms. So this is going to be a gross mission, but not something I can't do with this save data with this character. I could definitely handle this. As long as the planet's not too mountainous, I should be able to handle this. It doesn't look mountainous, so this should be a fun time. Oh, fuck. Landed at a weird angle. Oh, it's a frozen planet. That's... Is it? That's weird. No, it's not a frozen planet. It's just a very blue planet. It's a low atmosphere planet. Okay. Larval core. Use analysis visor to search for whispering eggs. Is that what they want me to get? Okay. Well, this is a little more complicated than I thought it was gonna be. Alright. I don't do this too often. There we go, there's one. Now, normally I would stick around and fight those, but you really don't have to, and they just keep coming, and they don't give you anything when you kill them. So, I also think that they can see me, because I'm pretty sure they're the types of creatures that sense heat. Oh, fuck. Nope. Okay. They couldn't see me. I don't know when they changed that, but they used to be able to see you no matter what. Pretty sure you don't get anything for killing them. I never did before. No, you get Mordite, but that sucks, so... Alright, next. Yeah, and see, if you wait long enough, they just subside, so there's really no reason to fight them. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I've never really done this before. I know there are planets that have whispering eggs just sitting out in the middle of nowhere, but typically when I wanted these, I would go to an infested building to get them. Also, these ones are annoying as hell to get because you have to use your mining laser to get them. I also like that this is a low atmosphere planet, so I could just do this. It's fun. You do this forever on a low atmosphere planet. Whee. Just fly around, kind of. It's kind of like flying. You can't maneuver very well doing this, but as long as you try and soften your landing, you'll be fine. Fuck, there's a rock in the way. Get out of the way. How did they make a baby in a rock? There we go. Oh! Okay, almost missed it. So that's the one thing you gotta be watchful of, is as soon as you grab it, they'll spawn right on top of it. Pretty sure... Nope, they can still get me. Better keep moving. There we go. The way they react... Okay, that won't work. I was like, can I do this while flying? Then I realized, nah. Because you have to keep hitting the X button, so... Oh, man. This is the other problem, too. The eggs are so sparsely placed. It's a little hard to find them. Damn. I have to move for a bit. I'm happy to do this on a low atmosphere planet, though. There we go. This one's really buried in there. I hope I can get the egg. There we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. I think the other thing that I'm a little worried about with this being a low atmosphere planet is getting hit by one of them. Because if you get hit by one of them, they send you flying. And if this is a low atmosphere planet, if they hit you on a low atmosphere planet, I don't know what that'll entail. I don't know what'll happen. I don't know how far they're gonna send me. Because you get set pretty far when you get hit by one of these guys. They're like tanks. They just blast you into space. And you're typically capable of recovering from it. It's not that big of a deal, but I've never had that happen on a low atmosphere planet before, so I'm kind of worried about that. Gonna end up going into the stratosphere and start losing. Wait, what is it that happens again when you're in space? I think you go into like swim mode and you're constantly freezing. So yeah, I don't want that.
Bryce Campbell.
Right?
Said. Hopefully not into the
No, I think that's the one thing that's unrealistic that everybody is a little upset with. Not everybody. I'm just saying I've seen people play No Man's Sky, like popular YouTubers who have played No Man's Sky in the past. Were upset with the fact that you can't go into the sun or that you can't even get anywhere near the sun. It's just a 2D image in space. It's just in a skybox. So it's not technically there. But yeah, the oh, there's another one. But yeah, the the orbit of all of the planets and stuff, they don't go around the sun. There is an orbit to all of the planets in No Man's Sky, but they go at a weird arc that looks as though they're orbiting, but they're not. I don't think anyone's really taken the time to sit and watch the actual orbit of the planets in No Man's Sky, but they don't orbit around the sun.
Then they have to program in all the way.
Yes, they would. They would definitely have to do that. I feel like it was just too much of an undertaking for them to do. Because then they'd have to employ some kind of dynamic lighting It would take up resources. It would be like adding another planet to the solar system that you're not able to explore. So it's like, why have it? You know? Might as well not even have it. If you're not allowed to land on it and explore it, there's no point in it being there. Other than it being a giant ball that can kill you. So I can understand why they didn't add it to the game. And a lot of these solar systems will have 2 or maybe even 3 suns to kind of reflect the actual outer space, where there are some star systems that have multiple stars. So yeah, that would still just take up resources. Instead of having a 6-planet solar system, you'd end up having a 3-planet solar system at max. And that doesn't sound fun. Get a lot of these, yeah. If you're a newcomer to No Man's Sky and you've never really played it before and you're watching what I'm doing now and you're like, wow, how is he so capable of doing that? It's really something you have to build up to. A lot of the things that I'm doing are super scary. like this right here, grabbing those before destroying the plant. Grabbing the alien core and just getting out of there. It's all kind of stuff that you need to work your way up to if you're not that brave when you play video games. I know when I was first playing, I didn't want to have anything to do with the anomaly eggs, whatever they're called. The there ain't one anywhere around here. There it is. Whispering eggs. I didn't want to have anything to do with these. I'd see one, I'd totally ignore it. You wouldn't catch me doing this this Quicksilver event to save my life. I'd be like, no, I'll wait for a different event to pop up. I wouldn't want to do it. But yeah, eventually you get to a point where you feel more brave about doing certain things in this game. And I know it doesn't look like it because I'm doing it and then running away, but those guys are huge time wasters. And there's really no point in fighting them because they just keep coming until the swarm subsides. And that takes several minutes. So there's really no point in fighting them. I mean, unless you want a shit ton of Mordite, maybe, but you can get that by doing so many other things.
Bryce Campbell said, yeah, I can see you needing to build up.
Yeah,
the same with Genshin.
I feel like the climbing in Genshin Impact was this whole thing that I built up to doing because of how good the music was. Sometimes, I hate to say it, but certain songs just fill me with courage. It's weird. I don't know. I'll hear some music and it'll get me to want to do things that I wouldn't normally do. I'm trying to think of an instance in video games, but I can only think of instances like that in real life. Like, I'm not a LARPer. I don't really like to LARP. It's a lot of exercise. It's kind of freaky because it's almost like a boxing match in a sense, except your opponent has a long stick. Think about a boxing glove, except a very long boxing glove, you know? Uh, and it is very physically demanding. You can get hurt while doing it, and it was kind of for a while something I never really wanted to try, even though a couple of my friends were doing it. But after a while, they convinced me, and we were doing this night thing where it was poor visibility. It was during the rain. It was in this. It was on a football field where there was mud all over the place. It did not. I was like, I'll go check this out, and I wasn't going to participate at first, but the music that they had was so fucking epic, and I really wish I knew the name. It was a track that someone had made, and they were playing it in the background, and it just pumped me up so much that I decided to do it, and I had a great time. There's this one moment where a dude had a shield and a sword, and I was just this little nobody. It was a big dude too. I was like this little nobody runt teenager, and he was this massive like 20-30-year-old dude, and I had like a short sword, and that's all I had. Obviously I lost, but one of the things that I did got the whole crowd like cheering for me, because it had come down to a point where there weren't that many people left on the battlefield, and so I had drawn a crowd, and I was feeling so pumped that I just went at the guy, and when he held up his shield to block my sword, I did like a jump kick off of his off of his shield, and when I landed, I did like a skid and everything, like how you would see in like an anime or something, and everybody was just like, whoa! And then I ran right back at him, went right for the left side of his leg, and got his leg, but like right after that, he just like hit me right in the back of my head, and I was dead. And I was like, damn. I forget what weapon he had. It was either a long sword or a pole arm or something, but yeah, he was one of the more veteran people involved, but like, you know, because he had armor too, my attack to the leg didn't really do much. They counted as damage to the armor, so it's like it would take a couple of hits to the armor before the armor becomes non-functional, and his next hit would be a hit directly to the leg. So, I mean, that's about the best that I could have done on him, you know? Alright, so how many more eggs we got left to get? 3 more. But yeah, it was all the music. It really got me pumping, and it was a fun time. I went to about 2 more sessions. Then after that, the friend that was taking me to those places, because I don't have a car, I can't drive, he ended up getting into a fight with his girlfriend, and that was it.
Bryce Campbell.
It does kind of make you feel like that too, you know? When you see a wall, you want to climb it, and I don't know about actual real life. I still wouldn't want to climb a wall with all the things I've climbed in Genshin Impact. But I guess I could see that. Maybe the music might pump you up to do stuff like that. But yeah, LARPing's pretty fun. If you're a big medieval nerd and you love stuff like that, I highly recommend it. It is 100% great exercise, and every death that you have on the battlefield, you'll remember them as being a very epic moment. One, like the least epic moment that I died on the battlefield was this one time when I was part of a big war, and because I was still kind of a newbie, I didn't really have I didn't really have any armor. I had limited weapons, and the only thing that they could give me was a big shield for that fight. But I used it to my advantage, and I was running around the battlefield grabbing up arrows for people who were allowed to use bows and arrows and stuff, so I was being useful. And that death was probably the coolest, while at the same time most humiliating. There was a dude on the other side of the battlefield who shot an arrow, and I had just removed my shield to bend down and pick up another. It was either an arrow or a weapon for someone else, and I had left myself open.
Bryce Campbell said,
Yeah, it was a pretty epic moment, I gotta say. That was probably the highlight of my deaths, but that's mostly because there was a crowd. But yeah, I'd left myself open just a little bit with my shield, and the arrow had found its way right into my chest, and I was like, shit, I'm dead. And that isn't even the embarrassing part. I congratulated the person too, as I sat there on the ground. I looked over at where they were, and they were all cheering, and I noticed the person. I was like, very good shot. And what was it? Oh, right. The most embarrassing part about it is, we have healers, but in order to be healed, you have to be drug off the battlefield, and two guys got me off to the sidelines to be healed, and while the person was healing me, they have to cast like a long spell, which means they have to read off like page worth of dialogue as everything's going on, which is the main reason why they have to drag you away, so that you can be healed, because otherwise the healer will be left at a disadvantage, and you don't want your healer dying. While I was laying there, the guys that set me down on the side of the field, they put me in, I don't know if it was like a nest of spiders or what. They had set me down in an area that was covered with spiders, and we didn't notice at first. The guy's like, he has his hand on my chest healing me, and he's reading, and like I just noticed one spider, and then another, and then a whole bunch more. I couldn't move because it was against the rules to move while you're being healed. He couldn't either, because he's the healer. And I'm like, oh, fuck, dude, are you seeing all these spiders? He's like, oh, yeah. I'm like, fuck. Yeah, hurry up and heal me. It was crazy. As soon as I got healed, I didn't have a shirt on either. I was just in pants, and that's it. Like I said, I had no armor, so no armor is no armor. And so as soon as I jumped up, just immediately patting myself off with spiders. He's helping me too. He's like, get him off your back. And we had a good laugh. I didn't get bit by any of them, because spiders don't just genuinely want to bite you as a thing. But I'm pretty sure if it was anybody else that didn't like spiders, that would have been the worst experience in their life.
It was not the length of an average dissertation, since those can become books.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some of them are that long, some of them are several pages long, the really complicated spells. I was never a mage during those things, but I read the rule book and everything, because I still have a copy of it, I think. Oh yeah, it's in my one box in my closet on the third shelf. But yeah, the spells can get pretty complicated, and depending on how experienced you are as a mage, it cuts down on the amount of reading that you have to do. It's part of the whole rule set and all that stuff. LARPing's neat. There are a lot of rules involved, but The people who are dedicated to doing stuff like that and keeping it going for the sake of everyone having fun, I admire that. I really do. I know a lot of people criticize LARPers as being dorky and all that stuff, but I don't see it as being anything different than playing football or soccer. I just think it's cooler because you could, you could have armor on. You can. I know the weapons are dorky as hell looking, but you could design them if you're a good artist. You could design them to look pretty badass. I think that's the other reason why my friends wanted me to get involved so much, is because I'm an artist, and while I only made one sword for someone while I was doing that, they were, they were like, yeah, you could make some like really cool armor for us and all this stuff, and neat authentic medieval wear, and I thought it was cool, and maybe if my friend didn't get into a fight with his girlfriend, we still could have continued it, but I had fun for the limited time that I did it. But if you are someone out there who's thinking about doing LARPing but doesn't want to because you worry about the stigmatism of it being dorky, shit like that, no, don't worry about anything like that. It is legitimately great exercise. And let me tell you something, a lot of the guys that were on that battlefield definitely needed the exercise. So, yeah, I would highly recommend it. I get behind the idea of LARPing 100%. I do not consider it to be dorky. A lot of those dudes weren't even that dorky either. A lot of them were really, like, badass looking dudes with tattoos and shit. Looked like they could be drug dealers, to be honest. And hell, it being way up when I used to live in Maryland and Baltimore, some of them might have been drug dealers for all I knew. Though I do gotta warn you, there are some people that take it way too seriously, and those people, I get that a lot of the times when people make fun of LARPing, they're making fun of those people in general, the ones that take it way too seriously. And I can see why, because they get way too nitpicky about everything. I get a sense of wanting to keep the rules in place and everything, but we'll be doing like a simple match, like what I did with that night training thing that they did. That was a simple. There was no real clear winners. It wasn't really part of anything that had to do with the lore. Yet they were still being nitpicky as hell, and I'm like, ugh. They're like those football fans that get overly critical about the sport and how certain rules are a lot more laxed or whatever. Yeah, drug dealers as martial artists, I guess. I could see that. But yeah, you go on to think of those guys, and if you are a football fan, as those people who prefer football in a certain way or done in a certain way, like the rules are too lax these days, or people are getting points for the dumbest reasons. I don't know too many people that are like that when watching sports, but I know there are people like that. I've heard about them through other friends. But when it comes down to any kind of fan base or any kind of social occasion, there are always going to be those people that like to nitpick about stuff. All right, so we done? We got them? We got them. All right, let's deliver the larval cores. Damn it, my ship's back that way. I think the swarm's subsiding. I think I'm good. But yeah, LARPing, a lot of fun. They even have kids programs from what I saw while I was there. I feel like it's the same thing with martial arts. When I was a kid, I used to go to karate classes to learn self-defense. And I'm happy I at least learned the basics so I can defend myself if I need to. But yeah, whenever it comes to something that involves a lot of exercise, you should just do it. Doesn't matter if it looks dorky or not. Sometimes it's beneficial, and you never really know what could help you out with your life in the long run. Like, I never really thought I was going to need to learn self-defense. My father put me in I forget what the dojo is called. I think it was like a very typical kind of I know there were commercials for it on television. It's very chain-esque kind of karate dojo. I think it was called Kim's Karate. I know it's probably not something anyone's really ever heard of because it was just a thing in Maryland. But yeah, my dad originally had me going to karate class because I was having anger management issues when I was a kid. And they thought it would be a great stress reliever. It was a good stress reliever, but that's why I ended up getting I wasn't banned from the tournaments, but they were holding one tournament, and they decided not to invite me because of my short temper and the fact that I hadn't really done anything to improve my temper. During my time there, they were like, yeah, no, we don't want you to go. We're sorry. We know you're good, but we don't need you getting pissed off at a kid and making their nose bleed or something. And I was like, oh, man. I mean, I was upset, obviously. Don't get me wrong. I was, I think I was 10 years old. I was going to pitch a fit, but now that I look back on it, it felt more like I was a little upset that I would be disqualified like that. I guess I was more upset at myself than anything, and it makes sense. I was looking forward to it. I had been training for a while, and when I asked them why they wanted me to do the training and stuff, they said it was more for the benefit of people that they were planning to send to the tournament. And I could see that too, you know, because there weren't that many people attending the class. That would have been funny. I probably wouldn't even have known I didn't even know who Chuck Norris was at the time, probably. I mean, I was 10 years old, so maybe, but I'm not really a huge movie buff, so I don't know, I might have known who he was. I can't remember what my sense of trivia was back then. Now, where was I going with that story? Oh, yeah. But yeah, if you do want to do things like that and you want to put your kid in a program that's a LARPing situation or karate or anything like that, you have to make sure that they have an even temper. Because otherwise there may be a chance they may not be allowed into the classes. With LARPing, it's the same thing. If your kid or even grown adults act out too much, they will be banned. So if you are the type of person that has anger issues, I'm sorry, just stay away. No offense, nothing to knock your personality or anything like that, but you will not be allowed to participate. I think some LARPing sessions, some organizations that do LARPing, I think they also have they're more professional about it. They have like drug screenings and things like that. I was just part of one that was kind of a relaxed group that was just getting started, you know? So do I have to go back to the Nexus or not? Ah, okay, yeah, I do. See, right there they call it the space anomaly. So sometimes they call it the space anomaly, sometimes they call it the... Oh, the cube! That's what... Okay. So this thing is called the space anomaly. It's the cube that's called the Nexus. Okay. I can't believe I've just put that together. I've been playing this game for I don't know how long, and I just now realized that. Shit, I'm still too close to the planet? Damn it.
Bryce Campbell said.
Really? Well, you know what? I could see that.
Bob Barker for Happy Gilmore.
It's weird that it wasn't someone like someone like Jackie Chan. I know that they were good friends, but I guess Chuck Norris would have made more sense. Jackie Chan was a busy guy at around that time, so probably didn't have the time. Okay. Oh, right. I still have another Quicksilver event that I can do. Do I? No. Yeah, I do. I only have one left, though. Hunt dangerous pirates. No, I don't want to do that. That's always so annoying. Because they keep coming. It was a lot easier back then, but they keep showing up now, and it gets annoying. They don't stop. Whatever, I'll do it. Fine. Oh, I didn't mean to leave. Oh, yeah. Also, if you want to, you could wait for other people to join you on these missions. But as you can tell, I skipped that. I don't really... I don't really like the idea of someone else joining me. Because sometimes you'll get bossy people. I've never experienced that before. I don't know if you get bossy people in this game, but... I can totally see that happening, you know? I'm just being like, you gotta join me over here on this planet, and I don't know, I just like doing stuff my own way. Alright, let's hope it's not going to be too much of a headache.
Bryce Campbell.
Oh.
Bob Barker was neighbors with Chuck Norris, and a condition he made to be in Happy Gilmore was not...
Okay. I get that. I didn't realize they were neighbors. That makes way more sense now. Where are they? This is a spot, right? Oh, I've got to scan. Alright, alright. I guess that just alerts them to where I'm at. Yeah. And here comes my squad. The golden trails are from my squad. The red trails are from the bad guy. They have some really good shields. Oh, I forgot. The ship has the Rudy Tooty Shooty. I think that was their leader. I didn't get it. Okay, I was about to say that can't be all of it. Usually there's more than that. There they go. Ooh. This guy's got better. Hold still, hold still.
Send the enemy right into one of the rocks opening the side of my planet.
That's way too far away, Bryce. Though if we were in an asteroid belt, they would hit asteroids. That is something that happens. I'm glad we're not though, because I'd be hitting asteroids too. I know it doesn't look like it, but I am kind of going forward. I've got to recharge my shield. Fuck, I didn't mean to waste my missiles like that. It's alright, they can recharge while I'm doing this. Oh, you know what? Power to my weapons. That could be why I'm not diverting power to my weapons. Shit, their shields really are strong. There. There we go. Now the missiles are hitting. Unfortunately, my shields are getting pretty fucked up. Oh, fuck. Once this is done, I'm gonna have to replace my headset. It's telling me low battery. There we go. I think that was it. Yeah, okay. About to say, I think there's only 5 of them that come after you. Or 6. I know, low battery, please charge. Alright, let's head on back to the space anomaly. Go in there and let's replace. I have another one right over here that should last me another 2 hours. So. Turn this one off. There we go. Put the other one in. Dude, just flying up on my screen. There we go. Either they really like my ship, or they can't be watching the stream. There's only Bryce. You're the only one in here, so they probably really like my ship. They're like, where'd this come from? Either that, or they're like those guys that take pictures next to really cool ships and pretend that they're theirs. I'm glad you guys like my ship. Thank you. It wasn't that hard to get. I just had to complete an expedition, but I guess since that expedition's no longer available, I guess it would be kind of difficult to get that, wouldn't it? No. Decline. Sorry, dude. I do not do that. I was going to turn something into the one guy, but I guess I'll turn in this. I think the other thing is that they want a piece of that. They're like, dude, please let me have some of those Quicksilver. Nah. Nah, if you want it, you gotta work for it, dude. Okay. That should be it. I don't think I'm allowed to have anything else. Yeah. Once you complete all of your Quicksilver events for today, that's it. You don't get any until tomorrow. You only get one a day, but if you save them up, you can have 4 in one day that you can do. It's way better to do it on the weekends. I've only done it once on the weekends because I work during the weekends, so I don't get that much time to play. Now I have 2,120. Let's see, what can I get? These are the new items. Decorations. Ooh, decals. You know what? I'm going to go way back and grab some stuff that I haven't collected yet or hasn't been available for a while. Got some bite beat music that I kind of want because I only have 3 bite beat songs right now, and I know you guys are probably tired of hearing the same 3 songs. Oh, the Titan Worm cape. Oh, that's 3,000 though. Shit. Oh, all of the... Oh, they're all so expensive. I didn't realize they were. I was going to try and get... Oh, wait a minute. Do I already have it? I forgot if I already have it or not. The first spawn helmet. I've been eyeing that for some time. Spawning cowl. I forgot that the cowl was a thing. But it's 3,000. It is kind of cool. And these are all more current stuff. What about the old stuff? That should be way down there. Why isn't it there? It's weird. Is it no longer available? Oh wait, is there another page? Oh, there is. Wow. Yeah, these are all the older things, right? Oh, there it is. First spawn battle. Ah, it is 3,000. Dang. First spawn battle mask. Yeah, I want that. I love it. It looks so cool. Makes you look like a robot. I mean, you're a Gek, obviously, but Geks have never been robots. Distant gaze, disbelief, heroic pose, no problem. I think there's another dance that I don't have that I kind of want. Or do I have both of them? I think there are only 2. Yeah, that was the other one. Celebrate. I got it. Okay. Wonder. No problem. Distant gaze, heroic pose, disbelief. I think I already have heroic pose. Maybe that's a different heroic pose? Oh, did my headset die? Really? Already? Are both of them dead? Or did it just disconnect? It would be weird if the battery life died on them without them even being on. Wait, was that on? Oh. They were both on? It didn't do that last week. Well, dang. Alright, I guess I'm going to have to find another way to... do this. Alright, hold on. You know what? I'm pretty close to the end. Pretty close to the end of the stream. I mostly wanted to do Quicksilver stuff. So... Oh, I still can't believe that so many of the things that I really do want are over 3,000. Sucks. Alright, well... Can go with something. Oh, to those who want a living ship, you gotta buy this, just so you know. But the color that you typically get for the living ship is usually a random thing, so it's very rare for him to have gotten a living ship that color. That's why I was kind of gushing over it like I was. I want to get a nice tree. Not ones that are all frosty, though. You know what? I'm going to get the bite beat music. That's what I'm going to get. Because I'm tired of not having anything really good for you guys. 8, 16, 24. Darn it, I can only get 2. Let me see. Nemesis. I wish there was a way to preview them. Cosine will never forget you. Sultans of Ping. I think I'll get these 2. There we go. Now let's see. Oh, I'm gonna have to take off my headset to listen to these. Oh, cool. Somebody's trying on their relic armor for the first time. It is pretty cool, I will admit. I do like it, but it doesn't suit my character. I like the autophage way better. Oh, to those who have a keen eye and have been watching, you might notice some difference in my appearance, and that's because for a while, whenever I was running, I was noticing a weird... You know, you can see it right now. There's like a little texture overlapping just above my butt. And it was way worse, to those who have been paying attention. When I was wearing the old pants that I was wearing, they were clipping through the tunic that I have on constantly. And I didn't like the way it looked, so I changed the pants. I figured since you're not really going to be seeing the pants anyway, you may as well just change it to something that clips through the tunic less, and this is the one that clips through the tunic the least. And I like it. Not only that, but I did change up the color scheme a bit, if you've noticed. But everything's kind of proportional. I did change the cape too. I really liked the relic cape, so obviously I wanted to equip that to my main character. I think this is the relic cape. I forget which one this is, to be honest, but I liked the way it looked better. I kind of like the whole tattered look that it has, but I think it might be the relic cape. I don't know. I feel like I just got it, that's for sure. But yeah, I changed my design a bit. I did a couple of other things too, but let's listen to the new bite beat music that I got. And yeah, when I'm saying that I changed up a couple of other things, I mean that I changed up my base a bit. I was playing. When my power went out, I got bored, and while I couldn't play my PlayStation 5, I could play it using, what's it called? Remote play with my phone. And I did that. I had my PS5 plugged in, and my modem and my Wi-Fi board or whatever it is. I hate that my current provider has two things that are used for the modem. I realize it's because that helps it become more powerful, but at the same time, I need two plugs now. I need two places to plug them in. But if I did have the space for another thing to plug in, I would have plugged in my TV and played No Man's Sky normally. But I was so bored that I was like, fuck, I'll play it on my phone. And I didn't do much. I just redesigned my character and put in some decorations on my base. But, you know, I didn't do anything like fight or nothing like that. I just stuck around my base and did that. I'll show that off in a minute. Let me see, how am I supposed to... There they are. So I can add them, right? Yeah. And that. Right. Can I play them? I guess I have it set to shuffle, though. Can I... Is it playing? I can't tell. You can hear it better in your ship, I think. Wait, that's not my ship. There it is. It should be playing right now. Why can't I hear it? Maybe it's my settings. Hold on, let me go into options. Let's put music back down. I don't know if the bite beat music goes hand in hand with that. But that could be why I can't hear it. No, it probably is not. Huh. Well, then let's increase the volume even more, I guess, huh? Default is 80%. Huh. Yeah, it says it's supposed to be playing this. Well, let's skip ahead, see if... Well, it's supposed to be playing this now, and I know for a fact it doesn't sound like that. It doesn't sound like whatever is playing right now. No, it doesn't look like it's playing. The number's not going up. That's weird. Oh, this is... I can't believe I forgot that I have this added there. I didn't realize I did. Let's remove it. I don't like the sound of it. Man. It's weird that it's not playing. Can be played anywhere from the utility section of the quick menu. Yeah, I know that. I don't get what's going on. Ah, well. I'll set the music back now that I know that's the problem. Have them both at 30 because it helps me hear my Spotify music. Still can't believe those headsets messed up like that. Or I don't know, they didn't do it last week. One of them cut on, the other one didn't want to, but today both of them cut on, and that's weird. Because typically they don't. I did kind of like that, though, because it means I could swap out one for another. But oh well. Don't bother me that much, I guess. Guess I might have to go back to my headband. I don't know about that either, you know, because it is kind of uncomfortable. What's this? Oh, yeah, these are from a ship that I traded in, because we got a new ship during the last expedition, and I wanted it on my main save, so I had to get rid of one of my old ships that I didn't really like. Oh, wait, there it goes. There it is, I can hear it now. That's weird. Why did it take so long to... Oh, well. It's odd that I didn't... Yeah, there it goes. Okay, so this is Never Forget. Cosign will never forget you. Aw. Sweet song. Let's take off random. Sultans of Ping's pretty good. Yeah, this is nice. I like this. Alright, cool. There you go. I bought some new music for you guys to listen to while I do things like fish. Oh, might want to turn down the volume on my TV now. Oh, where am I going? I just realized I'm going somewhere. Why? Where am I? Oh, this is Chicken Wings 5. They put me back in my old system. That was so nice of them. Thank you. I like how I saw this planet and I was like, where am I? Because that does not look like... That's right, because of the update, all the planets look different now, don't they? Hexahelix is way different now. It's supposed to be a helix planet, so it's supposed to look blackish, and it's not. It's like a brown. Wonder now people are going to visit that planet and be like, why is this called Hexahelix? All right, where's my planet? Watermelon, there it is. Watermelon Earth. Don't tell me it's on the other side of this Saturn-like planet. There it is. Oh, I'm going to what's-his-name's base. I took a look at his base recently, and he's done a lot to it. I guess he's done with it. Catastrophe. If you're watching in the archives, it looks great, buddy. I'll show it off. Let me see. I think that's mine. So yours is around here. No, that's still mine. No, that's the... There it is. Sorry, some music I'm listening to right now. Some music from Cowboy Bebop. Kind of kicked in at a good moment. This is some nice music to listen to while exploring someone's pad. But yeah, you see they added the holographic fish displays. They changed the living room a bit. The couch is different now. I could have sworn that he had a fossil, or maybe not. Oh, you know what? That's a good idea. This shows all of the expeditions that he's completed. That's what the decals are for, the golden ones. They're kind of proof that you completed an expedition. Oh, there! Here we go. Yeah, he had these big monster heads. I remember, that's what I was thinking of. I don't know if he's done yet, though, because it seems like he could put something over here. But he could be saving that for something. Who knows? He might be saving it for fossils.
I immediately thought of the Cowboy Bebop opening when you said that, though I liked Outlaw Star more.
Yeah, Outlaw Star was pretty good. Not as long a series, though, but still a lot of fun. It had a good story, too. I vaguely remember it. I think the criminal part is that it wasn't shown on Toonami as much. I thought the whole arms coming out of a ship thing was pretty cool. I realized they demonstrated stuff like that in Cowboy Bebop too. I guess the people over in Japan just think, you know, that's going to be a common thing in spacecrafts in the future. And I can see how it's useful. In fact, if I remember correctly, I think I've seen it demonstrated in real life that certain spaceships will have arms that are used for maintenance and things like that on a shuttle. I think maintenance on satellites and stuff like that. But if I'm wrong about that, somebody please tell me. I don't know much of anything about NASA. I know more. I feel like I know more about fictional space stuff than I do real life space stuff. But I mean, come on, real life space stuff, kind of boring. Alright, so one of the things I know you'll notice that I added was a big old sign there, because I felt like while I was fishing over here, just taking a look at this big building, it felt a little boring to look at. I saw you would see the really cool looking sign over here, and I was like, maybe I should put one of those giant signs on top of the building, and I like it. I think it makes it look cooler. I added this over here to kind of look like a power supply to the building. This area right here was originally I was going to have like tools and things over here to make it look like this was a shed, but I felt like because of the size of this thing that it was kind of perfect for this spot. I added a little mini. What are you doing in here? Are you partaking in the mini bar? He's just like, wow, look at this place. Cool. I got a home intruder. Sentinel is just barging in. But yeah, I made a little mini bar here. Like I said I was going to. But I like it. I like how well it came out. I added a little dialogue for the computer guy. He now says this planet was once free of watermelon. Add a little more to my room. Some posters. A couple of trophies or whatever on a little fireplace. As well as the bug trophies from the Liquidator's expedition. I put the customization area over here, along with these two little decorations on the side here to make it kind of like a status looking displays. Let me see, was there anything else that I did? Nope, not really. There is one thing I have to note that has been very annoying recently every time that I have come in to this save data. And that's our favorite tree here. It has this weird quirk to it. Sometimes when I come in, it'll be here. Sometimes it won't. When I popped into to play for a little bit a couple weeks ago, the tree was gone. And I got sad, and I was like, no. But then I left the planet and did some stuff, and I came back, and it was back. So I was like, what? So our tree, our favorite tree here, likes to go on adventures, I guess. It likes to disappear for a little while and then come back. And 4K, if you're watching in the archives, I had to get rid of some of the little orbital things around your wait, this wasn't here before. Or was it? I can't remember. But yeah, I had to get rid of a couple of the little orbital things that you had along the side of your building here in order to build some things, because there's a limit on how many of those you can place apparently. But yeah, also 4K, I don't know if you've played your and visited your base anytime soon, but there are trees growing in your base now. I noticed that the last time I played, and I was like, okay. Well, I'm sure that'll surprise 4K when he comes back. Or they come back. She comes back. If you want to, you could destroy them if you want, those two trees that are in your base. I wouldn't mind. I do think it's cool, though, that every once in a while when I come back, I will see new trees over in this area. This tree in particular was not here last time I played. So it's like this tree is the parent to all the other trees that are spawning around here. Like, don't worry, I'll make this a lush field of trees once more. But yeah, I didn't do too much. Like I said, I only played for a little bit because I was bored. And those are the changes that I made to my base. I felt like it was weird that there was this dude here and he wasn't saying anything. And to those wondering how I made him do that, it's not really that big of a deal. I just put that there. A little message bot right there. It shows up when you're on the porch as well. But I just want to chalk that up to maybe you can hear the guy from inside saying that. But yeah, it does not happen if you approach from the back here, because you're far enough away to where it doesn't display. But as soon as you get close to the computer, it does. It'll also happen if you approach from outside over in that direction, but who'd do that, you know? Why would you want to do that? You see a building, you see the building has entrances. Why are you gonna come in through this big old hole where that's filled with water, you know? But yeah, I think if anything, I'm mostly proud of the minibar, because it's not easy to play this game in remote play mode on your phone. It's not easy to play this game on your phone. It is available on your phone, though. It's available for Android and iPhone phones. But it's just not that easy to play unless you have a controller hooked up to your phone. Playing with the screen is just... let's just say it took a long time to make this with my phone. And I would not recommend it. I also did a little fishing, so you'll see a few more ingredients in here. I got so many larval core eggs now. Ew. Oh, it's rancid flesh. I thought it was, you know, poo-poo. But yeah, let's put the... Fiendish Row. Is that what it's called? Thought they were called something else. I forget what they were called when I was scraping them off. Oh, that's right. I did a bunch of fishing last time I played too, and I forgot to put them in the water. I guess I could do that now. Whoops. Got salt here. I don't remember where I got that. But yeah, let's do that. I guess I got so caught up in decorating that I forgot to return the fish. Because that's what I was doing. I was just fishing. And then I said, you know what? I could use... That's what it was. I was fishing, and then in the middle of fishing, I was looking at my building, and I was like, I think my building could use a giant sign up there. And that's what started me to decorating. Alright. Let's return the fish. I'm not in the water far enough. Eh. But yeah, as you can see, I didn't catch any S-class fish last time I played. I think I was also in the middle of doing something, wasn't I? Whoops. I guess next time I do a chill stream, I'll get back to it. Because I saw the quartzite there, and I thought to myself, right, I was in the middle of that one main quest thing, wouldn't I? Whoops. think the next thing I was supposed to do was check out my new star system that I made. But we could do that next time. I feel like we did something important this time. We got more music for you guys to listen to. And that's always important. All right. Let's put this stuff in my freighter. Sure, I have Mordite in here somewhere. I guess I don't. All right, well, put it here. Yeah, I'm putting this in my freighter, but not for the reason that, you know what? No, there's way too much in this little thing. If I put it in here, it's just going to get rid of all of it, and there's still like 2 jumps left. So I'll do it when it's empty. Of course, fireworks. Put them with the rest of my fireworks. I really don't know where I got this salt. Maybe while I was fishing, I accidentally hit a rock when I was swimming or something. I don't know. Well, there goes the activated copper that was left over from this current... Oh, no! I must have gotten that salt today somehow. Well, I was doing a lot of stuff underwater, so maybe I accidentally destroyed a plant while I was getting the activated copper. Pretty sure I don't have a spot for this. No, I do. Okay, cool. Nice and clean. Had a lot of fun this time. And Bryce, if you're still there, thank you so much for hanging out. It's very cool having you here. And Sky, like I said, if your account did get hacked, feel free to come back if that's the case. But just know we do not tolerate any kind of jokes like that. They're not funny, and they are just... they are 100% against the rules, that's for sure. So they are going to be getting... You would get an instant ban for that. As I say in my rules section, you have to abide by the rules of YouTube. And that is one of their major offenses that can get your video shut down. And could even get your account banned. So, yeah. But yeah, like I said, if it was a case of my account got hacked, then, you know, by all means, come on back to the chat. But to anyone out there that does find jokes like that funny, I'm just saying, you are not welcomed here. I'm sorry. You're just not. You know what? I keep saying I'm sorry. I shouldn't, because that's not something I should apologize for. It's 100% not acceptable. Alright. I'm going to save again. There we go. Back to select mode. Oh man, I had all these snacks here. I completely... Well, I guess I better eat them before I go to bed. I had my pepperoni pockets. here that I made up. I got 100% lost in the game like I do, and I forgot to eat my popcorn and my pepperoni pockets, and darn it, I'll eat one. They're just so good. I shouldn't call them pepperoni pockets. That's a mouthful. I've been thinking about renaming them to cupperonis because they're pepperoni and cheese in the shape of cups. So I think that name sits pretty well. Cupperonis. I like saying it too. Alright, so that does it for another day of All Creator Live. Thank you so much to Bryce for hanging out. It was really great having you here. And anyone else pop in? Nope, that was pretty much it. Okay. So yeah, thank you to Bryce, and to those watching in the archives, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, share the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you all have a great day and or night, and I will see you all next week on Monday when I play more Genshin Impact. If you're ever wondering what it is I'm going to be playing and when it is I'm going to be playing, you can always check out the posts tab over on YouTube. And every weekend we have a weekend poll, and tomorrow I didn't really know what I should make the poll. I was thinking I'd figure it out while playing today, but guess that never happened. I'll think of something, and I'll put it up there tomorrow morning, and you know, it seems to be something people enjoy doing. We have a lot of fun, and if you want to, you can join in as well. Even if you're not subscribed, you could just head on over there to the post tab and vote for whatever it is you want to win. I always announce the winner Monday mornings, and I announce the winner on my stream as well, whenever it is I start up my stream on Monday. You have a great day and or night, and I will see you all next week. I hope you have a great weekend. I don't think there was anything else I wanted to add, but part of me feels like I am forgetting something. Watch me remember. If I remember, I'll bring it up next time I stream. Alrighty, everyone. You have a great day or night, and I keep saying that. I gotta think of something better to say besides great day and or night, because that's doesn't really roll off the tongue as well. Oh, that's it. That's what I wanted to mention. I can't believe I forgot. I did this today while I was on my break. Here, let me point it out. Here, on the Java cam. Here, on the Java cam. I'm going to be doing this more. If you want me to post your PFP on the little wall there, just let me know in the comment section. Like, even if you're not subscribed, you can post a comment down below and let me know, hey, I want to see my PFP on the wall, and I'll do that for you. I have a little, what are they called? Heat thermometer? No, not thermometer. Printer. Thermal printer. That's it. I have a little thermal printer. I can use that to print out your PFP, and I can put it onto the wall there. I have enough space for like 6 people. I can interchange the PFPs if necessary, and the only way I'll be able to do that is if you leave a comment down below, because alongside your comment will be the PFP, and I'll just take a screenshot of it, print out a little image, and put it on the wall there, alongside of Bryce and Time Lords. Still have a couple of other people that might want their face on the wall there. Moonlit Ghost, maybe. Prism Zeo, maybe. But if you guys watching in the archive want to see your name on that wall, let me know. Alrighty, everyone, that does it for another day of All Creator Live. I hope you all sleep well and have a great weekend. Good night, everybody.